Hey y'all, this week we are headed to a Hipcamp in Alamosa, Colorado. It's someplace I've never been, but it is near to a place that I was really sad that I didn't get to visit earlier this year. We are going to hang out at the Hipcamp for a few days, rest, do the thing, because it's about a 3.5 hour drive from home. I took the entire week off, so I have a few days to chill, to recover from the drive, and then we're going to the sand dunes. Super excited about that. I won't be able to do any of the hikes or sledding or any of that stuff just because my body is not able to handle that, but we can at least go see it. And then after being there for a couple days, I don't know what the plan is. I have no plan until it's time for me to head back home, so we'll see what we get up to. You can tell we're at a higher elevation because it's chilly out there. I just took Kiri out to walk the ground, see if she'd go to the bathroom. Of course she didn't. So we'll just keep doing that until she figures out where's the optimal place to go to the bathroom. But let me show you the sights. Check out that view. But yeah, there's the base camp sign that you come in under. That's the bathhouse. Has laundry and vending machines as well. And then there's a bunch of sites over here as well. So as you can tell, we're relatively close to the road, especially this site, which is number 2. So there's a lot of road noise. There's the entrance right there. And literally, that's the road. 65 miles per hour. This is home for the next few days, which is going to be nice. It's got beautiful views. Very close to the sand dunes. They're actually about 10 minutes that way. So probably going to go there tomorrow. There's also a state park, Lathrop, I think is what it's called. No, that's not true. That's the one that's closer to I-25. What is it? I can't remember already. I already forgot. There's a state park there, but there's also Alamosa Wildlife Refuge that I might try to take a look at. But for now, I need a snack. I made some quick prep meals, but I made a bunch of deviled eggs. I'm gonna have that and probably an apple. But I also made tuna salad. I made a bunch of soup. And I feel like there's one other thing. Oh, my housemate was like really, I think she was sad that she wasn't gonna get to feed me for Thanksgiving, and so she got me Thai food last night that I couldn't eat because I was already full. But she was like, you could take it on the road with you. So I'm gonna end up reheating that and eating it at some point. This is a Lucy Rose apple. It's really interesting because the inside is a pinkish color. It's supposed to taste like a mixture of apple and strawberry, I think. Bought them on sale just because I saw somebody who loves apples like I do, but is pretty particular about them, posted about them on social media. So bought a few. So far so good. I actually like them. They were a bit tart, more so than sweet, but they've got a really crisp and interesting flavor. This one's really sweet. Nice. After many trips this year, I've learned my lesson, so I am going to rest today. We're not going anywhere. I am doing a bit of research, but I know I want to go to the sand dunes, but there are also several wildlife areas nearby that I think it would be cool to visit. San Luis Lakes State Wildlife Area was the place I thought I was talking about when I drove by. Alamosa National Wildlife Refuge is also here. But then Monte Vista National Wildlife is nearby, as well as Baca. I think it's a lot. We're not going to do all of those things. So for the rest of the afternoon, I'm just going to keep doing some research, keep reading up on stuff, specifically looking at if there's any of these areas that Kiri would be able to get out and actually explore. Because with wildlife areas and things like that, sometimes they're like no dogs because they want to protect it. Totally understand that. Especially for a dog like her that likes to chase things. So yeah, just going to do that. Maybe get a bit of reading in. It's very warm in the van because there's a lot of sun, like directly on it. But I suspect that when the sun goes down, that it's going to get very warm. So for now, snack was great. We're just going to rest. We drove 3.5-ish hours. Didn't stop very much. I stopped once, let her get out and walk around, went to the bathroom, that kind of thing, and then got back on the road because I just wanted to get here before the sun went down. Because your girl doesn't like setting up and like figuring out where she's going in the dark. So rest it is. I thought you guys would want to see the bathroom because I went in there and was very impressed. They sell ice. They have a vending machine. They have laundry. Check out the bathrooms. There's 4, I think. Hot showers. And a door that locks. Definitely not pit toilets. There's a Rottweiler across the way. So she's like laser focused. It's dinner time and I'm not super hungry because I had that snack when we got here. So I'm gonna have tuna salad and crackers. I'm gonna keep reading and then I will eventually feed Kiri. She is currently in her bed on her blanket sleeping. She still has not gone to the bathroom. So yeah, easy chill afternoon. I'm loving it. So it got a little chilly, had to turn the heater on, and the van is plugged in so that it is not draining the battery. Right now the heater is pulling about, I think it's 1.7, so 1700 watts. But it is on high. I'm about to turn it down because it's already 65 degrees in here. It started at like 52, 53, and I have my heated blanket on. So I'm not going to need all of this extra heat. So we're going to turn that down. Kiri's having her dinner. I don't even know if I want to try to get her to go back outside and go potty because she's not going to. But I also don't want her waking me up at like dark 100 because she has to go to the bathroom. I think I'm going to wait it out. So for the rest of the night, I'm just going to chill, going to read, going to do my nighttime routine, and then call it a night. I'll see you guys in the morning. Good morning. It is an absolutely beautiful day outside. I don't know what the temperature is. I think I saw that it was supposed to be in the 40s, but it's sunny and we're pretty high up. I think if I remember, the elevation is around 7,500, 8,000. So yeah, it's actually warm. I've got a smart wool on. I don't even know that I need this. I was walking around outside with it and I was like, it's actually kind of toasty. But I think for the day, I woke up late because I get really good rest in this camper now. Woke up late, fed Kiri, took her out, went and took a shower. It was glorious. Those bathrooms are amazing. They're super clean. When I walked in, the guy was actually cleaning it and the water is nice and hot. So took a shower, came back to the van, and I realized I should probably eat before I go anywhere. So I'm trying to decide between breakfast and lunch right now. I think I'm going to make, I don't know. We'll see. But then I want to be strategic about my time just because I do feel a little bit symptomatic today. I might end up taking an albuterol treatment just because my back is doing some things. Probably bust out the TENS unit and work on my thoracic area. I want to see the dunes. Of course, we're doing that. But I'm also thinking I might go to one of the wildlife reserves. I need to do a little bit more research to see if dogs are allowed out there again, because I forgot to do that last night. But I did see that people go to the sand dunes after hours and catch like the sunset. I'm definitely doing that. So I think what I'm going to do is, if I can, take Kiri. I'm going to go to the reserve first, and then I'm going to go to the dunes, do a couple of the shorter walks that are walks, and then hang out in the van while I'm there until the sunset and capture that footage, because the photos I've seen are absolutely gorgeous. Even here at the campsite, I was out last night and going to the bathroom, and I just looked up and I was like, holy cow. The night sky was absolutely gorgeous. It's not even that dark here. The sand dunes, I believe, are a dark sky park, but this is not, because there's like lights all over the place. But even with that, the sky was amazing. So let's get started. So first and foremost, I can't open my back door for some reason. I'm guessing there's something that's probably jammed the mechanism to release it, but I wish you could have seen and heard me trying to get this backpack out of the garage through moving the bed. I was very, very ridiculously winded. Second, hello. Those are the sand dunes. Like when I was driving in, you can see that's one. There's another one, and then there's a huge one over there. So we'll be headed that way next. But for now, I'm gonna take this chick who's been whining for the last hour on this trail. But we're not gonna do all of it because you can drive part of it, and I honestly don't think that I can do 4 miles of anything today. We're gonna go for just a little bit. Holy cow, it's beautiful out here. Oh, let me give you a panoramic because this is ridiculous. What is this life? Holy cow. All right, let's walk. I think that is part of the Rio Grande because this is the Rio Grande Trail. I'm already winded. We are at a higher elevation. That could be why. Holy cow, look at that. I've set an alarm for 15 minutes. When that goes off, we're turning around. So she's getting 30 minutes out here. And then we're going to do the drive, and then head over to the sand dunes. There's a porcupine in that tree. The only other person on the trail pointed it out. Hi. Had to bust out the binoculars so that I could see it up close. So beautiful. Wow. We're heading back. Timer went off, and yeah, that was appropriate. Gonna jump in the van, do the driving tour, and then head over to the sand dunes. This one decided that she frantically needed to go to the bathroom here. So, packing it out. So no lie, when we were walking through here the first time, we heard something that sounded like a mammal in the bushes over here. And both Kiri and I looked, and then she kept looking back to see if something was following us. And I was like, I don't know. If something jumped out, I don't know if you would actually protect me or not. I feel like you would run. I think she would run. That didn't seem like a lot, but my body is telling me things. Like, girl, you better sit down. yeah, that last little bit coming back, I felt like I was walking in slow motion. I also cut my finger somehow, so we busted out the first aid kit and we're cleaning that up just because of what I'm doing right now, just playing in dirt, picking up her poop, doing all kinds of stuff. So we're just going to clean it, and then we're going to cover it, and then we're going to do we're going to do the driving trail through the wildlife reserve and then head over to the sand dunes. I'm really sad I didn't have my camera ready, because as I drove by this one section, this massive owl took flight. I guess I scared it. I thought it was an eagle. That's how big that thing was. It was huge. So beautiful, but I missed it. I'm sorry. So it was at this point that I realized I made a miscalculation. There is, in addition to the sand dunes, there's a state park here, as well as Zapata Falls is also here. I don't know why I thought that was near Pagosa Springs. So this is the point at which I have to figure out what can I realistically do without wearing myself out. So we're gonna go see the sand dunes for sure. I make no promises. That gives you an idea of how big they are. The people that are walking. And people have been sledding down them. That means you have to actually climb that. Absolutely not. I can't even breathe. And I had Kiri out here, but it's cold. And her paws. So she's in the van while I do this walk. I at least want to get to the base. Sorry, camera's really high. I want to get to the base and then I'm gonna walk back to the car. I'd love to hang out here until the sun like really sets and it gets to nightfall, because the photos of it at night are insane. The sun is almost gone. Whoa, I don't know if you guys can see it, but it looks like there's somebody at the top. And there are more people that are climbing and going up. That's crazy. Absolutely not. And I remember reading that it said that these are the ones you can see. There's even taller ones behind it. And most people assume that that tall one is the tallest one, but it's not. That's so crazy. This is so wild. Just that this was formed by wind. Wow. I don't know if I'm gonna make it, y'all. I'm like, I don't even know if I'm halfway there. My fingers are like super cold because I had my gloves off for a bit to take the video. And that's why I went ahead and put Kiri back in the van, because her paws would be, oh, I can't imagine how cold her paws would be right now. So she's probably in there whining because I left her, but it's for your own good, kid. Wow. So beautiful. I just realized that people are not walking as hard as I am because there's a trail over there. So we're gonna walk over to it. Yeah, they've got a good, I would say 3 inches of snow on the ground that has made its way into my socks because I don't have snow boots on. I've got just regular hiking boots. Okay, we're on the regular trail. Oh my gosh. Oh, the air is thin. But I'm almost there. I'm not going anywhere near any of that. I am just gonna say that I touched one of the dunes. As much as I personally need, that's all I got in me, y'all. I'm gonna say this counts. I'm standing on one of the ridges that take you up, so I'm counting it. This is incredibly beautiful. Holy cow, look at that. It almost makes me think, I'm going back. It almost makes me think that I would love to come back when it's warmer, just to see what it looks like then without snow on it. That would be cool. But we got time, right? Well, hopefully we got time. Nobody's promised tomorrow, so gotta live while we still have today. They're sledding right there. I don't blame them. I wouldn't be doing that climb either. Oh my gosh, regerts. Regerts coming up that. Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah, the sun is continuing to go down. It looks brighter on camera than it actually is. I'm gonna go to the van, hang out for a little bit until it's really like dark nightfall, and then come back just to the entrance, try to get some night shots, and then head back to base camp. I think what I'm gonna do tomorrow, I'm supposed to leave and we're heading to Cotopaxi, Colorado, and I'm gonna be at a hip camp out there too. I plan to go to Pagosa Springs, but just weather-wise, and then given how I feel, I don't know that it makes a lot of sense. Not very wise for me to go farther away from where I need to end up eventually so I can go back to work next week. So, gonna go to Zapata Falls and to the lakes tomorrow morning before heading out. I do know I'm probably gonna catch a patch of wind near Salida, so it doesn't matter what time I leave. It's the gusts are there, so we're gonna do that. This one is sad. I'm not sure why. She's been whining all day, so. I am heating up my drunken noodles. When I go back out, by the way, yes, to join the other patches of places that I've been. But it's my first national park pass. I didn't think to get one at Rocky Mountain, so I'll have to go back and get one at Rocky Mountain. When I go back out for the night sky, I'll take her out. There were dogs out there. They had sweaters. She eats sweaters, so she doesn't get those, but I'll take her back out. For now, I am heating up my drunken noodles. I'm going to eat that, sit around for a bit, and wait for the sun to completely go down so that we have the night sky that I can shoot. And then head back to the hip camp where we're staying and prepare to head out tomorrow morning. Some of that moisture. I was laughing because I'm eating this straight out of the pot or the pan, just because I don't want to dirty something else and have to clean it. So, straight out of the pan. It's so good though. Yo, I just looked. We're not doing Zapata Falls right now. No, I didn't realize it was the one that has the creek crossing. So, like, you do this really rocky climb, and then you have to, like, go into the creek and around it in order to get to the falls. We're not doing that. It's winter. So, yes, I'm still, I don't know if you can see it, I'm still eating from the frying pan. It's great. Handle comes off. It looks like a bowl. So we're not going to do that. I am going to try to remember what the other state park is that we passed on the way in. And when I figure out what that is, I'll take a look at that and see if it's worth doing, but we're not doing the falls. I love seeing falls. I'm not doing that. Not in winter. Maybe not ever. I don't know if I can breathe. So yeah, still waiting for the sun to go down. Or to go fully down. I'm going to give it until like 6:30 and then try, just so I don't get the knock from any of the park rangers who were, going to tell me that I can't park here overnight. Have no plans to, but, sometimes you got to tell people. So, you guys, oh my gosh, when I was coming in, I got to the ranger station. Why did I think it was going to be closed? It wasn't closed. And the ranger was there, and I looked at him and I was like, "You want my national parks pass, don't you?" And he's like, "Yeah, I would like to see that." I was like, "I'm sorry, hold on just a second." I had to like jump over everything because I'd put it I'd hidden it away, and so I had to go dig it out. He's like, take your time. They're so nice. They're always so nice. But yeah, it was funny because I like, totally drove up and I was like, oh no. Girl, are you new? What are you doing? All right, I'm going to finish my dinner and then I don't know. Maybe I'll read or try to figure out what state park that is. By the way, I had talked to the mobile must-have folks because I wasn't getting any Wi-Fi whenever I'd take it out. Totally getting Wi-Fi here. Full signal, fully connected. I guess it just didn't like being in the mountains. Come on, nosy heifer. Dude, this parking lot is empty. You could hear people. I don't know where they are, but you could hear them. Good morning. It was a good night. That heater works really well. It was, I think, 68 degrees in here when I woke up. It was way too warm. But it worked well. Kept the van warm enough. Kiri seemed like she was fine. But this morning, old girl, I don't know if you can see her, stressed. I don't know why exactly, but yeah, I mean, it's a Wednesday. Maybe that's why. I am making tea. Gonna get ready to head out there. I have 4 hours to kill. Takes 2 hours to get to the next stop. I'm wanting to go back toward the sand dunes. I saw something about a Twin Lake something state park. I don't know. I'm gonna try to see if I can find that. And then make our way out. I can't do a whole lot of exploring today. My body is telling me things. It's like, hey girl, need you to stop doing what you're doing. So we're not going to do a whole lot of activity today apart from driving. But before all of that, I'm going to make some tea. There's nobody here. I mean, I get it. It's winter, and this lake, I'm assuming, is supposed to be much higher than it currently is, but this view, like, there's a campground here, Mosca campground. These are all pods that have tables and grills and stuff like that, so you can picnic. It looks like you're able to walk down a little bit, but not toward the water. I think there's a boat access somewhere else, so let's take a look around. And there are the pods. These are peeling really bad, actually. So probably won't be sitting on those, at least not this one. Plus, I also want to be in the sun because it's chilly but not super cold. In the sun, it's perfect. So I may pull out a chair, bust out my book, hang out for a while. So that's the boat ramp, which means that the water comes all the way up there? I'm so confused. I'm gonna actually go this way. Yep, that means the water comes all the way out here. Whoa. Look at how much it's dried up. I'm expecting to run into a patch of wind near Salida, so I think I'm gonna head out. There's a decent possibility that I may need to pull over. Maybe not. Maybe I'll be blessed with the same kind of wind gusts and easy driving that I was blessed with on the way here. It said that the wind gusts were like 27 miles per hour then and now. It's just, you just never know. I'm going over past another one, one that I've never been over before. So yeah, I think I'm gonna head out. Oh my gosh, look at the sky. Wow. I hope you enjoyed this visit to the sand dunes. I am really glad that I came. I would love to come back when it's warmer so that I can see what they look like without snow on them. I'm sure it'll be just as beautiful. I'm sure also that I will be just as unable to climb them as I am today. But I would love to come back when it's warmer. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this view. Amazing, absolutely beautiful, stunning, all the adjectives, just amazing view. And it's so peaceful. Just because it's off season, there's nobody else here. It's just so incredibly peaceful. But we're going to make our way to Cotopaxi. I will share that portion of the trip with you next week. And then we have one more destination before heading home and going back to work. So until next time, take good care, and I'll see you then.